in the 1v1.
Well, here's what I am worried about looking at this composition right now from FlyQuest, Azael. There is just no engage almost at all. Sans Azir diving in for a big shuffle. Nidalee has no CC. Azir crashing in on a top lane turret.
So Bwipo base started running back top, and it was a very late recall and reset here from Masu and Busio. And then as Bwipo started running back top, he then decided, okay, no, actually I'm going down to bot. It's going to be Busio moving up towards top. So this reset ended up being quite late from Shopify.
Now, important to point out, you get the Feats of Warfare for 2 grubs now. It's rewarded for whichever side gets a majority of the grubs, as FlyQuest stepping up to try to contest Shopify, who have already secured the second. Nice engage coming out from Contracts, but where's the rest of the damage? They don't have the burst. The first blood already finds its way into Masu's pockets. As Shopify, they won't get any kills. They lose Seos, but they do collect all 3 grubs in trade.
Yeah, nicely done. Shopify definitely ahead of the pace on that tempo. You know, they lose Seos, but we'll see if they can get anything more on the way out.
Palafox with a stolen Xin Zhao ultimate.
Run. Contracts was, we just know he was heading down towards bot lane, and there he is.
Oh, Contracts misses the Sejuani ulti, and Bwipo's trying to flash early to get away from some of the dive, but Seos is ready to back him up. And Shopify Rebellion sent down 3 to find the first kill, but now Inspired is fighting back, looking to get some sort of a vengeance here for his fallen top laner. Contracts down to 300 HP, finds the stun as Seos is absorbing the damage from the turret, but Inspired has already picked up 1. Busio tags a second now with a Winter's Bite. Seos has to try to escape, and Inspired needs a win, becomes Lightning, but Contracts with a very nice sidestep. It's not going to be enough. The Feat of Warfare claimed by FlyQuest as Shopify.
Extended play, as it looks like Masu is going to be able to actually claim this, and that should be the Feats of Strength as they grab the first tower here. And that is going to be
back away. Seos is back in his own jungle, now backing up a little bit himself as Inspired has his ulti stolen by the Sylas. FlyQuest going to force down the tier 1 turret here. A nice shuffle coming out from Quad. Forces Summoner Spells back out of B-Boy, but now Inspired in trouble in the back line as B-Boy barely survives, and Masu's going to get shut down. Inspired could be in some danger now too. Lots of damage coming in from Shopify Rebellion. They've already found 2 kills, and Palafox wants to make it a 3rd. He claims Busio's life, and now another death's going to pour in as Quad will fall as well. It's absolute disaster. The magic is just a stick. Nope, it's a spell. It's an auto attack enchanted by the magic of a spell. I can agree that you are sorely stacked, but FlyQuest are not willing to allow them to do such a thing, as now they're taking over the Drake pit. The Drake already down to about 4,000 HP. Seos and Contracts, keep your eyes on them here for the engage. Busio has already thrown up the shield. Contracts gets an ulti, but it doesn't do a whole lot. The Chemtech Drake going to be secured by Quad and the rest of FlyQuest, as Contracts is left to the wolves. Shopify Rebellion just
really can't do a lot if he showed up to the 5v5, whereas I think Palafox can. So ended up just being this scrap in the side lane, and now Masu is here. He could be in trouble.
Yeah, Palafox, not long for this world. A stolen Corki ulti's not getting you out of that one. And
so basically what you are gaining, though, is the automatic pickup of all the flowers. So if you get the smite, you get that. That is automatic. You also do get this takedown proc, like you were talking about, which is about 650 a year with the IE completed. And over on the other side, Masu did, BT, has the collector, is going to be going for an IE 3rd. More people have been experimenting with just kind of the BT first, as Bwipo may be going down here. He's got to run.
Yeah, Fudge doing a good job here in this trade at the start. Gets the 1v1 against Bwipo's Nidalee. Fudge comes out on top. Quad makes the TP up into the top side of the map to guarantee that it's an even trade 1-for-1. But considering the enemy top laner is dead and the enemy mid laner just teleported to the other side of the map, the remainder of Shopify Rebellion is making the call to go for the Thornbound Otacon. Palafox is coming in over the wall to try to contest Inspired. They can't allow him to be able to steal this one away. They're all going to dive in, switch the focus over onto Inspired. Instead, he steals it away. Inspired steals the objective, and now Masu's in a killing spree. He might just go even further. Shopify Rebellion crumble. Inspired, the hero of the day, a triple kill over to Masu as the dust settles, and it's about to be one more on top. Palafox trying to sneak through the brushes, but he shoots him right in the face, point blank range with the Corki gun. There's no way out. That is it.
Yeah, that is devastation for Shopify there. It all came down to the smite. It's very tough. Fudge has actually been, I think, much more effective than Bwipo for the most part in the side lane, but it just hasn't really mattered here, and it's going to be another fight. Seos in trouble.
Yeah, Seos is going to die before anybody else can even do anything with the Rakan engage. Just getting caught out there, and now FlyQuest moving up to continue their work on the turrets. Bwipo, free firing time on that tier 2 up there, claims that, brings the gold lead up to 6,500 as we win a fight later on. B-Boy's going to walk up, try to check the area. area, immediately finds Busio waiting for him there with a winner's bite. Fudge versus Bwipo. B-Boy swooping in here with a killer instinct. One more shot's going to get him. Bwipo did not manage to flash over the wall, so the first kill goes to Shopify Rebellion, as Palafox does not end up getting stunned by the fourth and final hit there with a winter's bite. Busio trying to get away. They want to go in after Quad, but a nice use of stasis keeps him alive. Masu going godlike. They've already killed two on the side of Shopify. Double kill over to Masu. The Corki is absolutely massive. Palafox needs a little bit more damage, but he ain't going to find enough. Contracts will die next. Everybody on Shopify is way
is trying to get to a wall, trying to flash over, can't actually find the angle, flashes into the wall, goes down, and Shopify here decide, you know what, on the Seeker's arm guard, perfect timing.
Yeah, really good response from him, as now he has to try to get away. Shopify trying to make their move back here in the mid lane as Quad dashes back over the wall. Busio should die here. Quad falling back to the safety of Inspired and Bwipo. FlyQuest now in a 3v5 in the mid lane, now a 4v5 with Masu ready to join, and honestly, they like those odds. B-Boy has to get away from the Sun Disc as Inspired keeps chasing after Palafox. Contracts defensive ulti to try to get him and the rest of the team out, but Masu's not going to allow it. Legendary Corki in the mid lane. FlyQuest have a 4v4 game, and they're smashing their way into the enemy base. The first inhibitor is already down in mid, and in bottom lane, the wave is just about ready to crash into the tier 3 turret next.
Yeah, Shopify gonna try to defend here, but I don't think they have the gas to be able to hold on for very long. They're going to have to give this inhib very likely. They're waiting for contracts up in 20 seconds. Busio just respawning now, so it is going to be a 5v4, potentially briefly if they overstay. He has his flash. He's going to be almost impossible to take out. There's a Mikhail's and a Locket on Busio. He's going to be protecting him. Yeah. If you can't kill Masu, you just can't win the fight, and I just don't think they have the tools or the damage to really be able to do it unless Masu just like Valks in the middle of 5 people.
Yeah, Masu would have to make a pretty serious error, but right now it's all 3 inhibitors down. FlyQuest on the victory push. Shopify have 1 fight left, but the health bars are just getting chipped away before the fight can even start. Bwipo and Masu just poking at these guys as the first Nexus turret is already about to die. It's going to drop right there before the fight even starts. Contracts and Seos have to find their way in. Seos gets a knock up onto Quad, but it's not going to matter as Masu's already killed him. Double kill for the Corki. B-Boy with a killer instinct is going nowhere fast. The stasis isn't going to work. Quad even lives through it. Only 2 left alive on Shopify Rebellion, but the Nexus turrets are down. FlyQuest will look to pick up whatever they can here on the steps and pad those stats, but 19-8, FlyQuest take game 1.
Nicely done by FlyQuest, but it's another game